Hi guys, so it is actually Sunday when I'm filming this clip right now, and I just wanted to throw this into the vlog because as you can see here, this past weekend I actually have 500 subscribers now, which is seriously amazing. I am so excited. I always wanted to make YouTube videos and I was really into editing and I love digital content and digital media. And I never thought that anyone would actually follow me, so I think it's super cool that people are interested in what I have to say and the things that I create and put on the internet. And I am so thankful that people actually enjoy it. It's so cool. It's like blowing my mind. I remember in sophomore year of college, I tried to make videos, but I just made like random vlogs about my daily life and nobody was really interested in them. They got like, 5 or 6 views each, and so I ended up not making them anymore, and I really wish I had continued sharing my experiences in undergrad because I think it would have been a really valuable thing for people to see. If you want to start a YouTube channel, do it. It is so much fun and I just really enjoy it, and so I wanted to do something a little different, so I think on Saturday I want to post a 500 subscriber Q&A. So I'm going to answer all the comments that have recently been commented on my videos in the past month or so, because recently I did some changes on like the back end of my YouTube channel, and so a lot of the comments lost my responses to them, which is really sad. So I'm gonna go through and answer as many as I can. And if you guys have any additional questions for me, whether it be about just me and my life or what I did to get into medical school or what it's like now that I'm in med school, whether or not that's like at school physically or at home, leave them in the comments of this video and I will definitely answer them. I will answer literally pretty much anything. So if you have any questions, now is the time. So yeah, okay, we'll get back onto the vlog. Good morning, guys. Today is day 9 of running a mile every day for 30 days. Today was particularly rough because we played a lot of badminton last night, so I was pretty sore, and there was a huge thunderstorm last night, so I couldn't really sleep. But that's not the problem. Today, I have to show you how I am in danger because school's about to get really intense really quick, so let's chat about it. All right, guys, so first things first. I have a quiz this morning. I have my weekly quiz for my cardio-renal pulm class, and before that quiz I'm gonna do all my note cards that are due today, and then we're gonna chat about what the rest of this month looks like for me. It's pretty rough, so and it's my own fault, which is great. So I have my coffee and we're gonna get to work. So I just submitted my quiz. It went pretty well. I felt like I had a decent amount of time at the end to submit, even though the questions were 72 seconds per question, which is good. It means I'm right on track for how much time I'm spending on each question. That's really good. We are getting into pulm now, so that was the end of our renal. The way that our class works, we have a cumulative final for all of renal and pulm, so that's gonna be a little scary, but it's okay. I just keep up with the review of the information and it's fine. So now that that is over, I'm going to collect myself. Okay, also really quickly, this is my new literal favorite piece of clothing. I don't think I've shown anything since I got it, but I have been wearing this for the past like 4 days straight. It's really embarrassing. I actually went back and got the other colors. It's from Aerie. It's called the New Love Corded Oversized Sweatshirt or something like that. And it is just the most wonderful piece of clothing in the entire world, so I highly recommend. I saw some reviews online that says that it snags pretty easily. I haven't had that issue, but I don't have any pets, so I don't have a lot of opportunity for snagging, so that is something to keep in mind. It's not fuzzy like a normal sweatshirt, so it feels like it's not gonna pill and get messed up, and I just feel like I'm wearing an old grandpa sweater, so highly recommend. I will link it below if you are a student and you want to be comfy and you study a lot, so yeah. We're gonna have a talk about my successes and my failures as a medical student. I think a lot of the time, like what you portray on YouTube is up to your own control. So obviously I'm going to portray myself as a diligent student, which I definitely am. However, I think it's a lot easier to share the things that you're good at than the things that you are not necessarily amazing at. And one of the like big mistakes that I need to kind of address at this point is that I've been preparing really hard for CRP. That's our cardio-renal pulmonary class. It's like our big course for this semester. It's our systems-based course. However, I kind of lost sight of the fact that we still have these other classes. So we have primary care skills and we have OMM, osteopathic manipulative medicine, which I have just been completely ignoring. And part of that is because we didn't hear any information about what kind of assessments we were going to have until very recently. I definitely feel for the faculty because the position that they were put in is really difficult. How do you reorganize your entire curriculum when your curriculum is lab-based in, the span of 1 month? It's really difficult. But because we never heard anything about those assessments, I hadn't been preparing for that material at all. So I have a lot to catch up on, and I'm gonna pop up something on the screen of my upcoming events, and you can see that I have a lot of cardio-renal pulm quizzes and obviously a renal and pulmonary final. Those aren't the things I'm worried about. It's everything in between that I literally haven't done anything for, and we have a month left, and I have, in some cases, 1 or 2 weeks to learn an entire term's worth of material. And I don't like procrastinating. It's just that because we never heard anything about how we were going to be assessed, it kind of took a back seat on what I thought was most important. And so I'm kind of in this situation now where if I start right now and I very diligently work on OMM and PCS, I'll be fine. But I'm a little bit uncomfortable based on my current knowledge. We have a OMM practice exam for our lab exam coming up next Wednesday. So that's the most pressing thing because I haven't looked at any of the labs at all. And we're learning HVLA, that's high velocity, low amplitude. If you guys are interested in osteopathic manipulative medicine at all, definitely let me know. I can chat about it more than I do. I don't talk about it often. It's not necessarily part of every med student's experience, and so I mention it here and there because it is a large part of my education, but it's not necessarily useful for everyone who watches my videos and is pre-med. I've been thinking about making dedicated videos on it. I just don't really feel comfortable enough in my current knowledge. That being said, I have that practice exam for labs, so today I want to try and start making a review guide for all the labs that I just didn't look at. So that's fun. And then also on May 1st, or the first couple days of May, we found out that we have an OSCE, which is a primary care skills thing. It's you basically go in and you do all of the exams on a standardized patient, which we are going to be doing virtually on the 18th. Or at least mine is scheduled for the 18th, which gives me 18 days to relearn all of my primary care skills exams and also learn some of the exams that I didn't even get to do in person, like the musculoskeletal exam. I think that's actually literally the only one that I didn't learn, but to be honest, the MSK exam is kind of hard. I have a little bit of an advantage coming from a physical therapy background, but I definitely still need to learn all of the different techniques, and we don't exactly have a specific guide on which techniques we're going to be tested on and which we aren't, because sometimes there are techniques that are not necessarily used all the time, so we don't have to memorize them. So yeah, I have 18 days to prepare for that, which is plenty. I would even be comfortable with about a week leading up to the OSCE, just reviewing my exams over and over and over again. The problem is normally I prepare by practicing on other students or on a family member or something, but because this is virtual, I have no idea how it's gonna happen. Do I ask the patient to perform a technique on themselves? Probably not. Do I tell a patient what I would be doing if I was there? Or is it going to be more of a telemedicine style thing? That's a little bit concerning. Yeah, I just wanted to throw this in here because first of all, I'm a little high energy and I need to talk about it because I'm a bit stressed. I think in general, so far on my YouTube channel, I've kind of showed that I haven't really struggled that much with medical school. I definitely struggled a lot getting used to anatomy, but once I figured everything out, I was fine. And I feel like I haven't really shown the stressful parts of my journey yet, so we have a month left of school. I have all this stuff that I just have not been paying attention to, haven't been learning, and that has now caught up with me, and so I'm a bit stressed. And I just wanted to share that with you guys because it's okay to go through waves of feeling more and less stress in school. It's totally normal. We will get through it together. Now it's time to start my lectures for the day. So here is my to-do list for today. I've broken it up into specific parts. I'm also trying to hide this section of my iPad because I have like obviously private notes and YouTube stuff there, but this is my to-do list. So these are all lectures. I want to complete these lectures and do the associated decks for those lectures, and then this is the biggie. I need to start organizing my OMM lab exam document, and these are all the labs that are going to be on the exam, so I need to go through all of those. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take screenshots of photos from the book. I'm going to write the names exactly how they are, no acronyms or anything, so that if I need to look something up, I can do so easily. And then obviously the technique instructions, because the way that our exam is formatted, it's going to be like a multiple choice question, and they're going to show a picture, and they're going to say which of the following techniques matches the picture that's shown. So I want to be able to associate what the technique actually looks like with the instructions, if that makes sense. Normally, when we have our practicals, our lab practicals, we would just go in and perform the test. So I think that what they're trying to do is replicate that at least a little bit by having us associate what the test looks like with the how to perform the test or what the test is, if that makes sense. And then lastly, I have first aid on here as optional if I can get to it, but I'm a little bit ahead on looking at my first aid pages, so I'm not really super worried about that. So let's go ahead and get these lectures going. And our first lecture today is on the pulmonary history and physical examination, so we're gonna get right on that. Hey guys, so I thought I would show you what I'm having for lunch. I'm still watching lecture, just trying to push through them, get through as many as possible before I start my OMM lab document at 3, but we have this spaghetti squash that we've been trying to work through. We made like a broccoli rabe Italian sausage pasta with it, and we ran out of the toppings, so now we just have a ton of spaghetti squash. So I'm just eating this with a little bit of Smart Balance butter and Parmesan. And then this is a bowl of watermelon. I love watermelon. If I could eat it every day for every meal, I probably would. So gonna eat this while I watch the rest of my lectures. All right, so it's about 1 o'clock. I just finished my 2-hour lecture. I have 2 more lectures. Each of them is an hour. I have a dust in my mouth. Ugh, ew. So I think I'm gonna go downstairs to my patio just to get a little change of scenery because it's a little bit brighter in there and my room is feeling kind of dark and I'm tired of being at my desk. Hopefully I can use some of this time to enjoy the beautiful day outside because it's really nice today, so yay! Also, since it's May 4th, it is actually Melanoma Awareness Monday, and May in general is Skin Cancer Awareness Month, so it would be remiss of me if I didn't remind you all to wear your daily facial sunscreen to help prevent skin cancer, and obviously wear sunscreen every time you go outside, and you're gonna be outside for a long time. And obviously if you have any questions or concerning lesions, please go see your dermatologist. Melanoma can be a really serious and scary skin cancer, so the earlier you catch it, the better. Okay, now we need to go study. Okay guys, so I just finished my lectures and I figured I would just give myself the next 30 minutes or so until 3 o'clock to just relax before I get started on making this study guide. So I think I'm just gonna watch some YouTube videos. Really quickly before I continue with this part, which is making my study guide for my practical exam, I think I'm actually gonna do my Anki cards first because this is gonna take a long time and I think I will get pretty easily sucked into doing this and just not end up doing the note cards that I need to do. So we're gonna put this on hold for now and throw down some Anki and then we'll come back to this. I think I'm most likely probably not gonna get my first aid pages done today, and that's okay because I got ahead over the weekend, but yeah, I think this is just gonna take a little bit too much time and probably is more pressing, so I need to focus on it right now. Okay, so I set this up here so that you could maybe see what I'm doing for this in case you I don't know, are interested in making a similar sort of study guide. The most important part is these pictures. I want to be able to visualize what's going on. So I know that I need to make a study guide for this section, so I'm going to set one up for T8 to T12, flexion / extension, long lever, lateral recumbent, which is the position, and then the example that they're showing is T12. I just italicized this so that it looks a little bit separate from the other section. And then basically what I will do is I will copy and paste these instructions. I was typing them originally, but that was taking a really long time, so I started copying and pasting, and this is a lot easier. And I just put the relevant parts. There's this step at the end that says the physician will document findings in the progress note, but that's not exactly important for our exam right now. And then if you're on a Windows computer, I'm not exactly sure how to do it. I'm positive that there is a similar function, I just don't know how to get to it. But if you're on a Mac, I hit Command-Shift-4, and this is gonna allow me to select what I would like to screenshot. So we'll select that, and then we drag this into the document. I click on the image, edit the image settings so that the text will wrap. Setting the photo to text wrapping mode will allow you to just move it wherever you'd like. So I'm going to put it on the side of the technique that I was working on. And then I just highlight this and make it the same font and size as the previous ones, and then I have this section done. That's a lot easier than typing everything out. I prefer to use individual study guides instead of the entire textbook because I don't like having to flip back and forth through an entire textbook. And if I'm trying to search for a specific technique and I use the search function, if you have a very large PDF, it can take a while to search through it. So I find that a smaller study guide is just a little bit better, but yeah. Okay, so the vlog is atrociously long at this point, so I think I'm gonna leave it off there. I'm just gonna finish up that study guide that I'm working on. Not finish up, but I'm gonna finish the lab that I'm working on right now, and hopefully that study guide proves useful for me when it comes time to take that practice test next Wednesday. If you guys have any questions for me, I'm gonna post a Q&A on Saturday, so comment down below or feel free to DM me on Instagram like I said in the beginning of the video. If you get your question in by Friday, then I'll be able to respond to it and answer it in the video. So if you want to know literally anything about me, about med school, pre-med, whatever you want to ask, feel free and I will answer it in that video. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!